Writing songs is tough. It's even tougher when you're a beginner and have no idea what you're doing. Only 2 months ago, I couldn't finish a single song, but now that's no problem. I've made a few changes that's helped me write songs and can definitely help you write songs. The first one is write for the genre you love. Starting out, I would scour the internet for tutorials, and a lot of them would be for pop songs. And I really don't care about pop songs. I'm like, you would learn easy chord progressions, like drum grooves for these songs. Buy songwriting courses, and I would learn how to make a good pop song. Like, okay, I can make it, this sounds okay, but quickly would lose interest in it because I don't like pop. I don't care about pop music. So the biggest breakthrough, I decided I'm gonna learn how to write, anime music. There weren't a lot of tutorials on how to write anime music. A lot of them would say were really well made. But they would say, don't take this too seriously. And someone wanting to write anime music, I'm taking this extremely seriously because I want to write bangers. So there wasn't a lot of information on the subject, and I didn't know where to look. I didn't know what any of the instruments did or how to arrange it or anything. So the next big breakthrough after I started writing for my genre and just not knowing how to do it and sucking was studying the artist I love. To do that, there's a great app called Guitar Tab. You can get it, you can search it on your browser, you can download it on your phone, but they have a ton of songs already recreated by the professionals on there. And what you can do with that, you can see how each part is laid out. You can see exactly what their rhythm guitar is doing, exactly what their drum grooves are doing, exactly what the chords they use, melodies, everything. And you can play the parts individually, and that's huge because you can see how your favorite artists write songs. For reference, they have Silhouette, the super popular Naruto opening. They have Crossing Field from Sword Art Online. They have a bunch of Asian Kung Fu Generation, like the Erased opening, Riri, or Rewrite from Full Metal Alchemist. They have a ton of super popular songs you can just look at, and from there you can study how they work. Now, tip 3, go into your music software and recreate the drum part, the guitar part, the bass part, the vocals, everything. And you can copy it exactly from the Guitar Tab. And from there, you can see exactly how they work. And it really gives you a connection to the song recreating like that. You have the ability in your DAW in your own home to replay the drum groove with just the bass on top. She's like, why do they do that? And it really gives you an insight to how parts are doing. And if you do that with enough songs, you really learn how your genre works. You'll notice patterns. Which brings me to tip number 4, with recognizing these patterns. In anime music, set types of intros, verses, pre-choruses, choruses, etc. artists will like to use. For instance, a guitar solo intro, I'm gonna call it. The guitar is the main solo and all the instruments support the guitars. So you can see that in Silhouette, you can see that in Inferno. And another one is in the verse I call a trading space verse, which you can hear this in Sign from Naruto or Crossing Field from SAO, where it goes from a height part to a low part. And it's easy to write your music like that if you know, okay, I'm sectionizing this, so I'm gonna have a guitar solo intro with a trading space verse, and then you do that for the pre-chorus and the chorus, and as you study more music, you find more patterns. So that was huge in writing my songs. And now tip number 5, once you know what your artists, like your favorite artists like to do, you're writing for your genre, and you know you have section goals, you gotta write, because now you have the information. And now, in order to do that, have a goal for your song. I wouldn't even have the goal to write a whole song. Write a banger chorus, for instance. Let's say you have a melody idea for a chorus, and you're like, oh, this is amazing, I love it. And you write it and you put it in your DAW, and it still sounds great. Or you're like, okay, it sounds okay. And you write a melody around it. And now you don't know how to write a rhythm guitar. Or let's say you don't know how to write the drums or the bass. You're like, man, I have no idea what to do. So here's the cool thing. Your goal for the song was to write a cool melody for your chorus. So now everything else can be trash. You could have a trash drum beat. You could have a trash bass guitar. You can have a trash rhythm guitar. That part can be trash. It's okay. Because your goal for this song is to have a good chorus melody. So after you've actually finished your song with a killer chorus melody and everything else being kind of doo-doo, upload your music. It doesn't have to be for the world to see, but you need it to be finished. Like, it's like, okay, it's on YouTube, it's done. It's on private on YouTube. I can't tweak the song no more. If once you have your song written, you now know it's better. Like, man, I know how to write a decent chorus melody, but I have no idea what to do in the verse. So then that's your next step. You research, how can I write good verses? What do my favorite artists like to do in their verses? So now you're armed with the knowledge of being able to write decent chorus melodies, and after studying it a little, you can now write, let's say, a decent verse part. So you go into your next song with the goal, everything else can be trash, but I want this verse to be decent. And you write your decent verse, you write your decent chorus melody, and now you've finished your song with the added knowledge of, hey, I kind of know how to write a verse, I kind of know how to write a chorus. Then the next song, you go in with, like, again, your new goal, and etc., and this process keeps snowballing until you become damn good at this. All those steps, writing for the genre I like, studying how my favorite artists like to do their songs, recreating those parts in my own music software, writing trash with 1 gem in each song, and then snowballing my information from next song to the next is how I've started improving my songwriting game. So I hope these tips help. Good luck on your songwriting journey. I hope to be making more songwriting videos breaking down Japanese music, anime music primarily. So if you love this genre like I do, we can write bangers together. So this has been Joe Florio. It's been real. Peace.